Hello and welcome. Are you required by the family courts to co-parent with a narcissist? Are you hitting walls, getting frustrated, getting nowhere, having to parallel parent? Just know that you're not alone. I write for moms who are required to co-parent with a narcissist or stuck in a high conflict custody battle with a narcissist. If this is you, you are not alone. Welcome to my work. I'm here to help. I do have another video called Know the Narcissist. It's important to know who and what you are dealing with. Just quick disclaimer, this isn't direct advice. I'm not a therapist. I'm a mom survivor. So take what's helpful, leave the rest. You can read my full disclaimer below or pause this. I'm here to educate, encourage, and empower women and mothers. Learn all you can. My background is loving and leaving an alcoholic to fight in a 12-year family court battle. I won some, lost some, and then negotiated it all back successfully with my narcissistic ex. So knowledge is power. Learn all you can. I have 6 books for moms. I'm finishing my last and 7th book now. We did survive the narcissist. I did survive post-separation abuse, a legal battle. My child did survive having a narcissistic father and narcissistic abuse. And we had a lot of help and support to be able to endure that and learn and strengthen from all the challenges. So my books are part of my story, but mostly tips, tools, survivor wisdom, and strategies. So I suggest reading them 1 to 6. First one is Co-Parenting with a Narcissist, 7 Self-Rules to Stay Sane, all the way to Tame the Narcissist, and the wisdom for ending the co-parenting war and custody battle with a narcissist is number 6. They're all available on Amazon. So what's the key? You've got to learn to navigate around narcissism. We're not going to change the narcissist. I wanted to give you a little excerpt from my final book, We Overcame This, and that's a survivor story that might help you. So learn to navigate around narcissism. There comes a point in co-parenting with a narcissist when effort alone is not enough. You try to communicate clearly, you follow the rules, you show up prepared and reasonable, and still you hit walls. Requests are ignored, needs are blocked, and ordinary parenting decisions become power struggles. In those moments, many mothers realize that what they're being asked to do is not truly co-parenting at all. It's navigation. There were times when I couldn't get what my child needed through direct means, through the narcissist or with his help. Not because the need was unreasonable, but because obstruction itself was the goal. That's when I learned an essential distinction. When cooperation is impossible, strategy becomes necessary. Not manipulation, not escalation, but thoughtful, careful navigation around predictable resistance of the narcissist. This is why advice in high conflict situations can be so dangerous to take. Every family court case is complex. The stakes are high. What works in one situation may not work in another. Still, stories matter. Shared experience matters. Knowing that someone else has walked this path and found ways through matters more than most people realize. When I was going through this, I wanted to know if someone had saved their children from narcissistic abuse or won a court battle and got away safely. In my own journey, I began documenting what helped me stay sane while dealing with someone determined to create chaos. Those early lessons eventually became my first book, Co-Parenting with a Narcissist, 7 Self-Rules to Stay Sane. It was not written as a blueprint, but as a stabilizing guide, a way to help mothers ground themselves when the environment feels intentionally destabilizing and so very upsetting. Our children matter so much to us loving, caring, and protective moms. Since then, I've written more books, expanded tools, and continued refining what it means to protect children while preserving one's mental and emotional health as a mother. The work has grown because the need is real and because so many mothers are quietly trying to survive impossible dynamics with grace and clarity. When co-parenting fails, parallel parenting and strategic navigation aren't failures, they're adaptations. There are ways of maintaining sanity in the presence of someone else's disorder. It's a way to be a parent with an oppositional parent, such as a narcissist. Sometimes holding on to our sanity is the bravest, most loving act we can offer our child. So, if you are thinking about trying to change the narcissist, if you are trying to get the narcissist to do what you want or what the child needs and it's not working, you may have to stop one approach, adopt a new approach. I now teach the use of skillful means, non-resistance, non-attachment to outcomes as ways to promote peace, stop the ego battles, and drop that tug of war game, or stop the chess navigating your move, my move, his move. I teach a different way. I call it a third way. And this is because I notice children are getting narcissistically abused, and creating peace and goodwill was going to benefit my child over beating someone in family court that would just go on to retaliate. So, welcome to my work. If this resonates with you, I have 2 groups for moms, several books, a website where you can read and understand some of these higher level concepts. Lawyers won't tell you about this because lawyers do what lawyers do, and that's file motions, enforce the law, litigate. And us moms are trying to be healthy, loving parents to our child's one and only childhood. So we have to think about the child, not just the best interest factors that the state decides, because family court isn't always going to be the win for a loving, caring mom. Actually, it can be a big loss. So I teach about sustainable solutions, because you can win in family court only to be losing the next round, or lose on an appeal if the narcissist has an ego injury, or has something that they're trying to do for retaliation or punishment purposes. So skillful means is what I go to now. It's what I use. I do have guides, individual guides, but these are in my books. This one's How to Communicate with a Narcissist Using Skillful Means, 11 super helpful tips, because we can change our thinking, and that can change some of the dynamics and some of the outcomes. Welcome to my work. You're welcome to come to my blog and read some of this for free. It's www.graceroldson.com. Like and subscribe if you're listening on Spotify or any of my podcasts. Welcome. I'm glad you subscribed to my free Substack newsletter. I aim to give you these tips, tools, and strategies in small bite-sized pieces, because this whole thing can be so overwhelming. So I hope you do subscribe. It's Navigate Around and Neutralize the Narcissist, a free newsletter. You can learn, heal, and grow through this. You can outgrow the narcissist and become smarter and stronger than before, and so can our kids. So keep being a great mom, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much for listening and watching.